yesterday, the Big Ten Fantasy Football League, our latest Sirius XM League spotlight we're doing here. I guess our final one of this season, since this is our final preseason show of Fantastics. None other than Joe McDonnell. He joins us now here on the program. And Joe, welcome in, man. Thanks for joining us.
How are you?
Fired up. Looks like you survived draft day yesterday. How was that? Did you get a couple of your studs you were targeting?
Yeah, it's been fun, guys. We've been running the Big Ten Fantasy Football League. This was our 21st draft we had.
Nice.
And I said to the guys yesterday, I said, it's amazing. You would think after 21 years it might get a little old. But I've been running the league for 21 years, and I got up yesterday morning around 3 o'clock. Our draft was at 9:30 in the morning, so I'm still like a kid on Christmas morning, eagerly awaiting draft day.
Joe, let's talk about the way you guys determine who gets the number one pick, because I have seen some pretty cool things. Dan and I hosted a draft on the channel here a couple years ago. You guys used Bo Jackson Tecmo Bowl, who could run the longest to get the first pick or pick their pick. Looks like you guys do a really interesting series of events to figure it out.
Yeah, actually, what we've been doing for the last few years, I mean, like a lot of leagues, you know, kind of do the mundane thing of picking out a hat, and I thought that was a little bit boring. And it's mostly family and friends that have been in the league, guys, and it obviously was only started out as like a 4-month thing. You know, we compete from September to August, and, you know, much like everybody else, we get a little older in life. We're not as active as we used to be as far as playing football, basketball. So I was thinking of a way that, you know, we could tie into the Fantasy Football League and keep this thing going not only during the 4-month football season, but throughout the year. And some people like it, some people don't, but I think it's pretty unique. And what we do is there's basically no off season. As soon as the Super Bowl's over, we start to have a series of events that basically determines our draft order. And we start out with an NCAA pool. You know, we all get into that. We have a first, second, and third prize. There's some cash involved as well. As soon as the NCAA pool is done, we actually have a Major League Fantasy Baseball League where we just do total points because fantasy baseball is a little too involved, so we keep it simple. We just do total points, and we award a first, second, and third for that. We have an NBA pool, and then we cap it off right before the draft with the last event. Every year it's something different. One year we had a field goal kicking contest, first, second, and third prize. We had a foul shooting contest. This year we actually had a hockey skills event. And what we basically do is whoever wins out of those 4 events, we call it the Mr. Sports Contest. That ultimately determines where we all draft. And I think it's pretty fun, and it keeps everybody active throughout the season.
Oh, that's keeping everybody active and taking it to a whole new level, man.
Yeah, it is.
That's some crazy stuff. I mean, is this a high-stakes league? I mean, how much you guys – I mean, you don't have to tell me if you don't want, but I was just curious with all these particulars.
Yeah,
I mean, is there some big prize money?
Guys. No, it's more about it's really not about the money, guys. It's more about, like a lot of guys, the bragging aspects. We got one young guy that came into our league, Mark, and he's been kicking our butt the last couple of years. He's a little bit younger than some of our older guys.
Damn,
and he's like public enemy number 1 now. So it's, the guy seems to be winning more than the rest of us. So we're all shooting for him.
The young buck always comes in and stirs it up a little bit. Do you guys have like trophies or I mean?
Oh yeah. We give out a Mr. Sports trophy. We even have a separate contest where we give an extra draft pick during the season. We call it the Mr. Football Award. And we compete, obviously, not only the Fantasy League. We have a Survivor pool, NFL Pick'em. We do a Beat the Spread.
This is like your one-stop shop for everything right here. I mean, you don't need to sign up for anything else fantasy or pool-related the rest of the season. Just get into the Big Ten Fantasy League here.
Yeah, I like to think of myself as a marketing genius when it comes to fantasy football.
So I got to ask, I mean, how many times have you actually won this league?
Actually, I've won the league the second amount of times. I've won it 4. My uncle, Joey Douglas, the Knuckleheads, he's the guy we're all shooting for. He's got 6 titles. So, yeah, that's...
so he's won it like over 25% of the years. Knuckleheads is taking it home.
Yeah, he's won it 6 times, and I'm sorry, he's won it 5 times. I've won it 4 times. So I'm aiming for him this year.
It is just a 10-team league, so it's a little bit easier to repeat than a 12-team league. But
yeah, we're actually thinking of. We had a meeting yesterday, and we're thinking of expanding because a couple guys like the way we do things, and they're trying to get in. So we might be expanding to 12 next year.
That's awesome, man. I always love hearing unique and different twists. And Joe, this is certainly one of them. I mean, goodness.
You know what, guys? Not to interrupt. We've also had a couple other things I think you'll find pretty amusing or unique. We've actually had a Wonderlic test We got a Wonder League.
I might not be able to get into the league if that's the case.
Yeah, we actually had a spelling bee last year. So, yeah, I'm always
That
trying
could
to
be embarrassing.
different and mix it up, make it fun.
You should have a spelling bee where you ask only like athletes' last names and like.
Yeah, you
that
got to
would
spell
be-
Gotskowski and it's that tight end.
The
The
guys,
new
they were
kicker for the
names.
Texans.
Yes.
Ezekiel Ansah. They were the names we came up with.
How do you guys do
We even
team
had a
names?
beauty pageant.
Do you have like good team names, or I mean, is it just regular?
Yeah, we got my team name is the Man Eaters. My son's a big Steeler fan as well as I am. His nickname is Blitzburg.
Just when I
we
was
got
starting
the
to like
Stooges,
Joe.
our
Just when I was
Rangers.
starting to like Joe, James, we find out he's a Steelers fan.
Well, you know, Dan, I've got a few Steelers friends.
We're in
Gotta
Cincinnati,
look beyond
so we're bred to hate the Steelers.
Yeah, we even one year, guys, we had a beauty pageant. That was pretty funny.
Ooh,
We
now,
found
James,
an
that's where
app
you could
online
really
that
take a
actually
step up
raised
in the
my
fantasy league is with a beauty pageant.
Yeah, that'd be something, Dan. That'd be something. I'd rather just judge a beauty pageant, thank you.
Yes, you'd be good at that too. But Joe, man, we really have enjoyed catching up with you and learning about this league. You'll have to let us know later in the season how things go. So, good luck to you, and thanks for sharing it with the world here. I think everybody definitely got a idea they need to step up their leagues a little bit here.
Yeah, that definitely sounded cool.
Yeah, there's definitely different ways you could have more fun and make the thing last not only 4 months but throughout the year and have a lot of fun with it. You know, everybody gets stuck in your mundane lives, working 40, 50 hours a week. It gives you something to look forward to, and the bottom line is, you know, keeps people together and we have fun with it.
Don't mean to put you on the spot here, and don't feel obligated, but it is our bold prediction episode here for 2017. Do you have a bold prediction for any fantasy player that you really like or you really think is going to stink that you might want to add to our list?
Yeah, actually, a couple of my draft picks from yesterday, I think, are hopefully, you never know with fantasy football. There's a lot of luck involved. But I think Tyreek Hill, I think he's going to be a top 5 wide receiver, along with Kareem Hunt, the running back from Kansas City. I think just due to the sheer opportunity, Kareem Hunt's going to be the guy in Kansas City, and Andy Reid loves to run the ball inside the red zone. I think Jay Ajayi is going to be a top 5 running back. So there's some of my bold predictions for the upcoming season.
We'll take that. I was starting to think you were a Chiefs fan there instead of a Steelers fan for a minute, but
He definitely
I like
got to be
bold
picking the
predictions.
Chiefs.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot, Joe.
Brian,
Good talking to you, man. Best of luck this season.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, there you have it. Our last and final league spotlight here. The Big Ten Fantasy Football League. Joe McDonnell, some great stuff there. We'll be back. We're going to continue on the phone lines. 888-XM Fantasy. 888-963-2682. I got a couple more bold predictions as well, plus some final observations from James and I, all of our August drafts and auctions, trends, things we thought and would like to share with you as well. We'll do that as we continue right here on Sirius 210 XM 87.